Clorenzo still out here fighting the internet and the social media influencers. Let's talk about it. They 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 talk about it. Welcome back to She Could Talk the Podcast. I'm your host, Gangali. Hey. And that's GANGALEE on all streaming platforms. If you want to check out my music, look for the red glasses, look for the locks. You tell me if I can rock, okay? Okay. But over here on YouTube, on She Could Talk the Podcast, this is where I react to everything. I react to news, sports, crimes, musicians, politicians, YouTubers, TikTokers. If they're talking about it, I'm talking about it, okay? Okay. Now, as you can see, I am back in the sports side of the house, guys. Yes, as you can see. But, excuse me, I'm really just reacting to like a weekend review. It's not like a whole, like one particular thing. I'm just reacting to everything that Claressa has been up to this week. Because Claressa is always in the news or the social media news, as we should say. But we're gonna continue with it. So without further ado, because I'm not gonna stay here long, because this is a long one, and I don't want to be here too long. But we're gonna kind of just like react to a little bit of everything that she has been up to this week, shall we? So let's start out. First of all, she has done like her fight hype, talking ish boxing stuff, right? And she actually called out two influencers by name. So what I wanted to do was kind of say like, because I knew immediately who she was talking about when she was like Lakeisha Dean and Tasha K. Which I want to do this. I want to give both of those ladies a clap because, in my opinion, I feel like maybe in a weird way they're doing the Lord's work. Does that make any sense? So, it triggered her to the point of doing this video. So first we'll start out with Claressa's video of her talking about, her fight and her boxing and just reacting to what's been going on with her lately. And then we'll get into some responses. So let's start, shall we?
I have never seen a female fighter get hated on more than me. And I had to think about it. What is it about? It's one because I got lied to. That's the one. Y'all got lied to and tricked. That's the one. And then two, y'all so intimidated by black women's strength. Well, we all supposed to be weak or something? I don't come from no weak ass family of women.
So no one thinks you're weak at all. I think we can all agree. No one thinks Claressa is weak. That's not it at all. But I'm gonna let her continue.
Sorry. You need me, I don't need you. Every night we in the end zone. NFL, we in stadiums too. Last night was a fucking zoo. I seen the video. I saw a video. Granny is too much or Granny too much. And I seen some dude called her Miss Nettie. And so said Claressa couldn't fight. Nobody ever said we want.
I'm just gonna say like this. Remember, I was like, "Pap, your lunch is ready." Where's my laughter at? Okay.
Wanted her to lose. Like nobody ever said, we didn't like how she looked. I can literally go to my DM and if I put the word ugly in, all y'all is in my DM talking about some hating, talking about some ugly. If I put in the word manly, it's a bunch of comments in there talking about some manly. If I put in
I'm gonna say like this. I don't really see a lot of people saying she's ugly. The spirit is ugly. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense? The spirit is ugly. And I'm gonna have to circle back because I saw some footage of her from 6 years ago. 6 to maybe 4 years ago. I don't know. I have to look and see what it was again. But it was some footage of her and she looked beautiful. Clip after clip, frame after frame, beautiful. And I was like, and it was like she was messing with Tony back then. All right, I'm gonna continue. The spirit, who you choose to have around you, who you choose to encompass you, engulf you. That spirit. But let's continue.
all these mean and nasty words that y'all call black women, it'd be on there. So yes, y'all did try to call me ugly, which was a damn lie. Y'all tried to call me bad built, which was another damn lie. Yeah. Tried to say that I couldn't fight and that not saying that all my fights was rigged, another damn lie. Y'all just keep lying and lying and lying. And I gotta come up here and clear y'all out because I mean it's clear.
But my thing is this: if it's a lie, why address it? Okay.
Y'all lying. It's just that it's a few little dummies who follow y'all who believe y'all crap. I ain't one of them. Y'all ain't tricking people who know what's really going on. But I seen them in a job called Lady Miss called Granny.
Look at her manager, the guy who's training her. Look at him. Look at his face. Doesn't he look perplexed like, I'm tired of this. This is not who I'm used to.
Too much. And you
I'm
have
gonna
some
circle
women who
back on
aren't
that in
strong
another
minded
video.
like myself, and who can tell you that, you know what I'm saying? That, y'all do that. And I just hope y'all know, I don't care how much trolling y'all do. I'm not ever gonna let y'all do that to me. Ever. Cause I know what I am. I know who I am. Right now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do another video later on too, I gotta do post it. But I wanna thank Auntie Monique for reaching out to me and being there for me. I wanna thank Rihanna, for also being there.
Did she pay them? Now, some people, depending on how you take the Rihanna post, I personally took it like it was a shot. It wasn't a it was a diss. It wasn't a it wasn't a good look. Now, Monique was a good look. You know how she just glazed over that real quick, like, oh, I thank you, Auntie Monique, but Rihanna. And then she was able to look up to the camera. But let's continue.
For me and being so nice and sweet, even say that she loved her husband like I love Papoose. I want to thank you to Renee, Renee Winston. She's a pastor. She's been sending me messages.
Watch her,
And
the guy who's wrapping up her
it's
thing,
one more
her
person.
trainer. Look at him.
Monique, Brianna, Kelly. I said Kelly Price already. No,
He's
I
just
didn't say
like,
Kelly. I didn't say Kelly Price. Yeah, like all my sisters, like y'all doing all this trolling and y'all making people who are from my tribe come and find me. And they are giving me so much love and so much inspiration. And I've met women who have been through the same thing as me and who are like-minded, who are giving me strength.
so I'm gonna say this. That could be true, and I can appreciate that. But this also at the same time, could it be that people like Monique, you know, that is busy with their lives and their own set of situations going on, may not really know the full encompass detail of what or why social media and the internet is not really comfortable with every decision you choose to make, Claressa. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense? Like, for example, if someone's like, oh, they mess with that girl Clarissa again, they say she's an ugly dark skin girl. And you're like, what? Why they messing with her? I'm jumping in. But you're not, no one, I'm going to say like this. I could just speak for me, but I can only speak for like anyone that I've been watching. Like, you could just pull up random. I don't see no one saying, oh, she's ugly. She's this. She's that. She's dark skinned. I'm damn near the same complexion as her, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see no people saying that. What's ugly is the attitude. What's ugly is the demeanor. What's ugly is the spirit that has engulfed you. I don't know what it is. Now, you know me, because my grandmother was a very wise woman that was able to have tell me a lot of things prior to her leaving this realm. And one of the things that she would say is, be careful who you sleep with, in that more intimate level, because you take that on, right? So hear me out now. And I'm not trying, because we have a ways to go here. So hear me out now. If you sleep with someone that is like always angry, always in confrontation, always having a fight, always, everywhere they go it's a problem, man or woman. I'm not saying man and I'm not saying woman. Man either or, right? The person that you're dealing with is always confrontational wherever they go. And you choose to sleep with them. You then embrace some of that. Now, they may not even be with you. Now you're in confrontation. Now you're dealing with stuff. Now you're at the traffic light. Like, what's happening? Why is it road rage? Because you embrace the spirit takes in, especially as women. The spirit takes in. I hope I'm making some sense there. But let's continue.
So I hope that y'all know that not only is my muscles big and strong, but also is my mind. And y'all not doing nothing to shake up nothing. I'm more focused than ever on my fight. I've been focused. I've been training 2 times a day. So y'all know what $8 million look like when I get back inside the ring. Shake up nothing. I'm more focused than ever on my fight. I've been focused. I've been training 2 times a day. So y'all know what $8 million look like when I get back inside the ring. I know it seems like Frank Young did more on the internet talking than training. I hope your big ass is training. I'm serious. Because if you just on the internet thinking that you're going to troll me with the rest of the people, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you. And I mean that from the bottom of my big old heart.
Yikes.
Ain't that what Pap said? She got a big heart.
And do.
He got a big one too.
And do.
But I gotta say,
She reacting like she with Jay-Z or something, but I digress.
nothing broken or shaking up over here. Shirts is selling, tickets is selling. We 41 days out and we already got half the building sold out. I don't even know what y'all even. I don't know what you're mad at me for.
I wish I had my allegedly shirt on. I'm gonna have to get my allegedly shirt back in rotation. But I've been seeing where other content creators have been posting and saying that, it's a lot of available seats. Like, even if you want to purchase in like groups, it's available seats in different sections, even up close. So I don't know how that works, but let's continue.
The goal is to become financially free and get rich and take care of your family. I did that. Now I'm living for myself and my family. But when I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, y'all cannot break me. Here. Y'all can't break me. All y'all trollers, liars, Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean, this is for y'all. Y'all are cancers to the black African American culture. Y'all are cancers. All y'all do y'all whole career try to break down black women and tell lies about them. Y'all are sick.
So this is the
And
part.
that's the only, and I've been ignoring y'all.
So soon as she named their names, like Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean, soon as she said the names, I knew exactly who she was talking about. I gotta give him a chair because I can't front. Both of them are from Florida, where I'm at, and then both of them are kind of some of the realest content creators in the realm of what they do that do it well. So I gotta you gotta give respect where respect is due. And you can see that they definitely got underneath her skin and scratched at the very minimum the surface. Let me say it again. They scratched at the very minimum the surface of her skin because she called them by name directly. And it made me think and look again and like, oh, because I was feeling like, I thought I was trying to, do a little like course correction. I'm not really more so, I tell you all the time, I'm not a hater. But I'm like, yo, there's some things that I'm like, yo, since before all of this, since before Layla, I tried to stay out of it. But I saw a couple of things like, yo, Yeah, I don't agree because I didn't know all the back ends. Like, and let me go back a bit. Let me pause right here for a minute, and I have to go deep. I didn't know the back ends. I think it was probably, I gotta go back for real now. It's like the end of January, early February. You gotta go through my videos. I gotta go through my videos to find it. But I really was like saying, like, chill, Clarissa. With you need some PR team around you. You know, I told Remy prior to, like, chill, leave her alone. If you and Papoose ain't together, don't try to like blow them up and don't be hating on them. Let them do their thing because you got your due. I didn't know that she slid into Remy's DMs in 2020 and she was dealing with Papoose in 2020, allegedly. I wish I had my shirt on. Allegedly. Right? And then after the fact, after everything was brought out to the light and Remy found out because, he fell asleep on the phone, she grabbed the phone, etc. Then she was like, oh, I'm going to do my thing. And that was 2022, 2023. You guys keep me honest out there. Where Remy was like, easy to block, Captain. You keep me honest out there. So before all of that, right? Before me knowing all of that, I should say, me. I don't know about y'all out there, but me. In February, January of 2025, I was like, Remy, leave her alone. And then I'm watching a couple of other stuff and watching the way Clarissa was moving. I was like, all right, Clarissa, whoever's around you or whoever, she needs PR. You need PR. Early out. Go look it up. Scour my videos. Look it up. I'm honest. But I try to stay out of it. I tried to stay out of it until, I can't lie, until Layla jumped into the mix in October. And when she jumped into the mix, I was like, okay, what is happening here? Because I tell you all the time, like, I would watch boxing. I would watch, women boxing. I'm like, where's Clarissa? My husband would be like, it's not her weight class. It's not. Chill. I'd be ready to fight. Because why Clarissa ain't fighting? Because that's the only woman fighter that I was interested in seeing. I watch men fight out. I'm versed in boxing. That's the sport that we watch in our house, among others. However, I didn't know all the ins and outs, if that makes any sense. Am I making any sense to y'all out there? So hindsight is 2020. Huh. So for her to be saying what she's saying now and calling them by name, just let's continue down the rabbit hole. Let's continue down the rabbit hole because this is what I've been doing lately. That I'm not doing this to like defame anyone or to make anyone look bad. It's more so I've opened up my eyes. I'm trying to open up a few eyes and also do a little course correction if possible. Does that make any sense? If your YouTube auntie can help you out. That's it. But let's continue. Let's listen.
For I don't even know how many months. Y'all are some sick individuals, and I hate y'all.
Talking about Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean.
And quit making videos about me. If you hate.
Now, what a contradiction. You want to say people are haters towards you, but you literally out your mouth on camera to the world that is watching you daily say, I hate y'all. Harsh words. Harsh words. Let's continue. Now, she's talking in this particular case to Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean. Stick with me because I fell down the rabbit hole.
Hate me so much, stop making videos. Post about somebody else.
We don't hate them. We just gonna pray for them.
Course correction.
That's it.
I haven't made it to that part in my spiritual journey yet.
I'm gonna pray for them,
but
then.
I'm gonna get there. But y'all is some cancer stuff, and y'all are sick. Y'all some sick people. Now the blog's gonna run and post that to make sure they know that it came from a special place in my heart for you weirdos. And all y'all fans who be trolling with y'all some weirdos too. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Hey, none of y'all make me do nothing different.
We know, girl.
Video that you and your amateur videographer put.
So this is Lakeisha Dean, aka Geisha 305. And I want you to follow me down this rabbit hole because I've been watching and appreciating her work and respecting her work for a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta give her a clap. Geisha 305. Started out for me, anyway. started out on Instagram, watching her, and she's funny and she's on point and she does music. So, you know, right up my alley because that's what I do. And then we're going to go down this rabbit hole. You got to stick with me here. Why she's upset about Geisha. But Geisha responded to her right here. I'm going to go back a bit because, you know, she called out Geisha and Tasha by name. And I'm going to send Geisha 305 a e-kiss because with all respect due, I just want to, you know, I'm trying to tell the story. You strengthen the case for your mama. But let's continue.
And y'all are sick. Y'all some
Let's hear what Geisha responded with.
sick people. Now the blog's gonna run and post that to make sure they know that it came from a special place in my heart for you weirdos. And all y'all fans who be trolling me with y'all some weirdos too. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Hey, none of y'all make me do nothing different.
So shares this rant video that you and your amateur videographer put together, stating that I hate on black African American women all the time. Is that the best you can do? Because if it is, I'm gonna need you to step into the light, Caroline Poltergeist. Is Layla Ali not a prestigious, well-accomplished black African American woman that you slandered all over the internet? Since we're talking about being a hater and a cancer to the black race.
Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean, this is for y'all. Y'all are cancer to the black African American culture. Y'all are cancer.
Geisha about to eat her up. Okay, let's continue, but I gotta give mamas a chair. Okay.
All y'all do y'all whole career trying to break down black women and tell lies about them. Y'all are sick. And that's the only, and I've been ignoring y'all for I don't even know how many months. Y'all are some sick individuals and I hate y'all. I do. I hate y'all. And quit making videos about me. If you hate me so much, stop making videos. Post about somebody else.
We don't hate them. We just gonna pray for them. That's it.
I haven't made it to that part in my spiritual journey yet.
I'm gonna pray for them.
Honey, you use the word sick, but what's really sick is a 25-year-old woman sliding into a 42-year-old married man DM in 2020. Now, since you put the spotlight on me, let's talk about it. Now, what you mad at?
And I want to pause right there real quick and say, because that's the thing. Why does no one see, like, everyone's like, oh, Remy, they just trying to push the narrative that Remy cheated first. Okay. Now, I'm not here to be, I'm not in no one's bedroom. I'm not in anyone's marriage to say who did what first, right? But literally, you, Claressa, has been in these people's marriage for 5 years, publicly for 2. And within those 5 years, you also had a fiance. That's deep. And why? I feel like am I in a room by myself? Like, hit me in the comments. Like, is that making sense? Is that not crazy? Because, okay, when did you hit my husband up? Because you hit me up in 2020. So, forget who cheated first. Why would you hit me up and then act like you don't know my music or don't know anything about me and you're always all about my husband? You know what I'm saying? Going on 6 years later. That's crazy. And she said it out her mouth and slipped up several times on the Breakfast Club. Like, we've been together for this year. Next year will be 2 years. Next year will be 2 years that Remy knew about you. But let's continue. I ain't trying to jump in, but I'm just saying, girl, let's continue.
Tasha K and I about is because I got your cousin that interview with her. You are mad that your cousin Shalita that you tried to discredit and avoid was granted a platform and a voice. And to be truthful, you are really mad at the tea she was allowed to clock. Girl, and you really trying to brand me with the title of hater and you literally said the word hate out your mouth?
And I hate y'all. I do.
That's what I
You
said. That's harsh.
Unhinged. After denying those 5 kids because of the mother's actions on Christmas, if I was Remy, I wouldn't have you around my daughter. You are a human
Facts.
crash out, or should I say crash dummy. You had the audacity to quote scripture that God said a wife and a husband is one.
You know the Bible say you and your husband are one. I don't care what the Bible says.
And this is why I say you are a hypocrite. Your photo should be in the Webster Dictionary next to the word contradiction. Because you know no matter what friction is disrupting a marriage, it does not give you the green light to be with with a married man. And by you saying that, prove that you're not as naive as you lead people to believe. It is televised platforms like the Tamron Hall and the Sherry Shepherd show that has boosted your confidence to be a proud and out loud side chick.
And I'm going to say it like this. I covered both of those interviews, not only for her, but also for Tim and Brene, who also owes $1.7 million to Tim's ex-wife. Do you see where I'm going with it? That low vibrational energy. When you get that on you, it's a hard sting to wash off. Trust me, ladies. And I feel like this also. I feel like a lot of us, you know, women that are seasoned, we're trying to help you out. If that makes any sense. It's really not even really like a diss. Like you think it's a flex and it's not, if it makes any sense. But let's continue.
If you're going to say I'm a disgrace to the culture, you are a disgrace to all wives internationally. Yeah, in the end of the 2024, your numbers on your platforms went up because you were going back and forth with somebody's wife about their husband. And you were so giddy and proud about the new viewership on your lives, you couldn't stop going live about being a whole home wrecker. And you got this thing where you like to say Pap is upstairs. Girl, a whole married man is upstairs. Child, and let's set the record straight. You don't hate me, you hate the truth. You hate the fact that you went live and you said that your hair was long with all them bundles in your head, and I said your hair was the length of a fingerprint. You hate the fact that I'm not one of the ones that's cheering you on for being a cup of coleslaw and a slider. You hate the fact that Layla Ali and all the blogs reposted my diss song about you. And even more, you hate the fact that 50 Cent reshared my football player, him curving you. Oh, no. And with embarrassment.
So speaking of which, she said right at the end. So remember, at this point, it's probably like 2 weeks ago at this point, but 50 Cent put up the AI video of Claressa Shields and Papoose and the old 70s video, and that sparked the whole weekend from there. And then he reposted, said, I played Little League football. I never played football, but I know how to run. And he posted this video. So this is also Geisha, which Papoose 50 Cent reposted, which further would trigger her to be like, I hate Lageisha Dean and Tasha K. So I'm going to just refresh your memory on the video.
Looks down at her phone. She looks back up wondering if anybody else saw her get curved. Oh, no.
We're going to bring it back to the beginning.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. 50 Cent could have been in the NFL. The defensive end, which was CS, tried to cut 50 Cent off with a low ass out position. 50 Cent's swift forward move made her stand at attention. This man curve game so serious, he dodged the bullet. Right here at this very moment, CS tried to hit the Megan Thee Stallion, but her knees wouldn't take her through there, as she grinned goofy and hard in defensive mode. 50 Cent strategically plans to cut through. This is when CS starts looking at the baller with her peripheral. 50 Cent leans with his left shoulder, then twists his body and slides with his right foot, and switches back to his left shoulder and surpasses the linebacker. CS laughs after being defeated and with embarrassment looks down at her phone. She looks back up wondering if anybody else saw her get curved. Oh, no.
On another victory.
So now, you see she has a crown on. We're going to give her a chair. And I also am going to give Tasha K an e-kiss, because in no way am I trying to infringe on anyone. I am just a reaction channel. But and this is not even new. But this is just her saying how Papoose has been gaslighting. This is months old. How he has gaslit his way into the position he's in. Let's listen.
You put a boxing...
Allegedly.
You put on a boxing masterclass, says Remy's husband, Papoose, okay? Wow. From the way you interact with your family down to being a perfectionist when it comes to your craft. All good, okay? You are a true queen, true gaslighting, my opinion, okay? You being mentioned with the all-time greats is overdue and well-deserved. You did for women's boxing what many have attempted, completely sold out an arena, and they all came to see the GOAT, okay? Glad I'm able to add value, says Papoose, Remy's husband, from behind the scenes executive standpoint.
I'm gonna hit you one more time. Did you hear what Tasha K read? Papooses post said, I'm glad to have add value from a executive standpoint. I'm gonna go back a bit because I don't want to mince words. I don't like to mince words.
The way you interact with your family, down to being a perfectionist when it comes to your craft, all good.
And this is old. This is months old. But the narrative, the rhetoric, the tone of the post when he posts never changed. Let's listen.
Okay, you are a true queen, true gaslighting, my opinion. Okay, you being mentioned with the all-time greats is overdue and well deserved. You did for women's boxing what many have attempted, completely sold out an arena, and they all came to see the GOAT. Okay, glad I'm able to add value, says Papoose, Remy's husband, from behind the scenes executive standpoint.
I'm glad to have add value from behind the scenes as an executive standpoint. Now I'm glad to support you on your movement as your partner, as your lover, as your future husband. From behind the scenes as an executive standpoint. Remember that, because I'm going to circle back on that. Maybe not in this video, but we're going to circle back on that. But this has been the week. This has been the week of Claressa. So she ended her week, and I just wanted to pause right here. And this is a great pause. This is perfect. I just wanted to pause right here because she ended the week with interviews. She was in Detroit promoting the fight, because of course the fight is in Detroit. Where else? Never nowhere else for years. Little Caesars. But she's there to the point that she's cocky. She's arrogant now. She has on a dress, first of all. Is sitting in front of a man. Look how she's looking at him. With her furry boots on. Rainbow shop. With her feet up. Unladylike. But let's get into it. This was her interview this week.
Motor City with Claressa Shields chilling, relaxing right now.
Look how he's looking at her shoes.
In a couple weeks, just over a month, where you're going to be just a few blocks down the road at Little Caesars Arena, taking on Franchon Cruz DeZern in front of another sold-out crowd.
16,000, 17,000. We're looking to do it, yeah.
There we go. But the first question I got for you is just tell me how excited
this is
you
their
are
sound, not
for
mine,
this
guys.
matchup, and just what the preparation's been like for you for these last few weeks now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like a weird news interview. And watch how the dude's looking at her. He's looking at her shoes. He's like, yo, you're really sitting up here like this? Like, but let's continue.
I'm really excited. You know,
The sound goes in and out. It's weird.
Hard, 8 hours
I don't know if it comes through like that on y'all, but in these headphones, it's like
before they even announced the fight, before they had locked in, I was just
bootleg.
training because I'm like, you know what? I want to see what my full self can do, and knowing that I'm my strongest within this, you know, being 30 and 34, I'm like, let me see how strong I can be, how sharp, how explosive, and let's see if we can get some more knockouts on the thing. Because if you look at my record, the only thing that I don't have is knockouts. I have the championships, I have the undisputed titles, I have, you know, all the divisions. Now it's like that.
So now she's trying to get a knockout. Franchon, don't play with us. Okay.
How about we get some more knockouts? So I've been pushing myself for that. So I'm really excited to have a fighter in there who I know is going to fight, who wants to beat me, who wants to clip me just as bad as I want to clip her. You know, so I look forward to fighting Franchon at LCA February 22nd. Good old Sunday.
And when you're looking for knockouts, is that something that, do you change your fight strategy, I guess, when you're going into this? Or is it just something that kind of happens with the way you train and then you get out there and it just kind of happens when you execute your game plan?
I think when you execute the game plan, that's when the knockouts happen. I think that
Their
you don't think
mics
about the knockouts.
suck.
You just kind of work what you did in camp. And I'm
Do you
working
hear
on
that?
camp. I'm working on placing
Or is it
my
her
shots.
hair in the mic's way? Something's
being
going
very,
on.
Very sharp, very like strategic. You know, she wants to get me into like a firefight. She wants to brawl. She knows she can't outbox me. Nobody can. She wants to go out there and make the fight ugly and make both of our styles look ugly. But she's gonna be the only style that looks ugly out there because I'm gonna be sharp. I'm gonna be fast, very calculated. against Frenchon.
And why was now the right time for you to revisit, this rivalry, I guess, and fight her again after 9 years or so since your first professional fight?
She's the best right now. She's the best out at the weight.
You hear how horrible these mics sound? This is not me at all, guys. You already know that. This.
Everybody keeps talking about Shadaysha Green, this girl from Jersey, but Frenchon beat her. So if Frenchon beat her and they fought, who's better? Frenchon.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, okay, let me rumble with her, and then maybe after that, me and Shadaysha can fight.
And I'm interested to know more, I guess. Just, you guys have a long history, obviously, going back to way before you turned pro. Just tell me a little bit about just your relationship with her, and how that's kind of grown and evolved over the years, especially since your amateur career and the first time you guys fought.
Well, I beat her twice in the amateurs. We met at the Olympic trials where I was fighting to
This is the part that I really want to catch here. Listen to how she describes. So, okay, because you guys know that overall this fight has these two fighters have a fucking special place in my heart. Excuse my language. Excuse my language, guys. But they have a special place in my heart because they're both women that are go-getters, that do they fucking thug thizzle. Excuse my language, guys. Excuse my language. But at the same time, the cockiness and the arrogance and the ugliness that we have seen on Claressa. Do I think Claressa's ugly? No, I don't. My favorite Claressa, and I'm going to circle back on that. I'm not even going to circle back on that. I'm going to do an episode on what my favorite Claressa looks like. Hopefully YouTube will let it go because, these days Claressa be really stern about her looks. But I'm going to do a collage or a little montage reaction to my favorite Claressa. Before all of this, before I, She Could Talk, knew about everything that I'm into these days and diving down the rabbit holes, I think it's only fair that I do that, which will probably further make you understand like why I react to this, and hopefully maybe feel like it could be maybe a little course correction, or maybe a little bit of something from me that could be heard to her, because I feel like I'm a YouTube auntie. Does that make any sense? But let's continue real quick. I want you to listen to the cockiness and the arrogance and the ugliness, not her being ugly, the spirit that I didn't like. Now, I'm the same one that say shit talking boxing. You got to talk that shit, and I respect it. But for example, I always see it on her face is different when she's talking about Layla, when she's talking about Alicia Baumgartner, even when she's talking about Christy Martin, who's not a fighter. She's older than Layla. When she's talking about all these other women, even with Shadaysha Green, there's like a little sternness. But when she talk about Frenchon, it's like, I ain't worried about you. I can knock you out. She's looking for a knockout. My opinion, what I'm feeling from the ether, she feel like she gonna get a knockout. What we doing about that? Frenchon.
go to the Olympics. She was ranked number
And
one
I'm
in the
not,
country.
I'm just here for
I
both
was ranked
women.
number 7. I kicked her ass. I kicked all
But
her
listen,
ass. And then I went to the Olympics and I won a gold medal. And then from there we went to some world championships together, and we went to Pan Am's together. All these different tournaments where I came out on top with gold, and she always came out with like silver, bronze, So she's always kind of been like in my shadows and chasing the same thing that I was chasing, and just hoping that she can go to the Olympics. And I ruined that for her both times. And then we turned pro.
If you want to sell your house in
Oh.
Pasco County, Florida, for top
What's
dollar,
this?
Like kind of cool throughout all
What
of
was
us,
that?
Like I feel like now when I turned pro, we've had more of a closer relationship when I turned pro after our pro debuts, because now after we fought, she went her separate ways and fought her girls. I fought the girls that I fought. I mean, I got 19 world titles, so clearly I fought better opposition than her. She got 2 world titles, but for me, it just was like we were able to kind of coexist, but within the last year, I guess everybody just like, hey, I want to fight the GOAT because you get paid a lot of money fighting against me, and you.
At least I hope that's happening for you. Because what's this? So I saw something that was saying that some of these deals don't really be real, allegedly. As far as when they announce like, oh, I'm getting an $8 million deal, it just ups the ante. So if you want to book me for a fight, A, you have to pay me a certain amount of money, and then B, you have to pay my opponent a certain amount of money. So that's going to make them want to fight me. It kind of made sense to me. I'm probably not making much sense right now, but does that make any sense? Am I making any sense? But it's more so like, you know, if I'm worth 8 million and you fight me, you got to get at least 1 million as my opponent, right? So that's why they kind of do it, to make it a larger purse for everyone involved, which makes sense. I mean, if that's the case, that makes sense. You deserve it. But it also makes sense why we all kind of have our spidey senses tingling. Like, it may not be a real money in the bank deal.
Get a bunch of recognition, a lot of followers, and all this good stuff. I think she wanted a piece of that, so she wants to. She kept like trying to call me out, but I've been told her that we should have fought when I was undisputed at 160, and she was undisputed up at 168. We should have fought then, but for some reason she didn't want to fight me. She wanted to do other things, and then in the meantime she lost to Savannah Marshall when I beat Savannah Marshall. So there's a lot of things that Franchon hates about me. That I beat everybody that she loses to. Like, it's crazy. I really.
So she said that she beats everyone that she loses to. So doesn't that sound like someone coming into the fight very confident, arrogant, cocky, right?
I'm really grateful to God for that. My mom was there.
They got
My
the
uncle,
their mic up.
Pap
Good.
came.
Let me go back a bit. Let me go back a bit.
Like, it's crazy. I'm really grateful to God for that. My mom was there. My uncle, Pap came. Win Records came, and it was just such a great day.
Not just first Hall of Fame though, but I mean the Hall of Fame in your home state. Like you said, you're sitting alongside a bunch of other legends from Michigan. I guess was it kind of different for you knowing that this?
Let's look at this pose though. She's sitting up here like, is this professional with these furry ass boots up here? The dude is just like, I'm trying to look at you, and she has a dress on, guys. Listen to me, chat. Or I keep on saying chat because I will be going with the chat soon, guys. But a dress, furry boots, and you put your foot up. Bad enough the outfit is weird. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Then you want to put the boots up. So you got the bottom of your boot in this man's face, and he's trying to like have a serious professional news interview with you. And this news company has been interviewing you since you were 16 years old. So they respect you. They loved you since before this flashiness and this Win Records and Pap and all this other stuff. They like you. They love you. They named the street after you. And this is how you come in here all arrogant and cocky. I'm telling you the spirit. But let's continue.
This is like your home, recognizing you and being recognized along other legends from the state as well.
Hall of Fame period was just surreal to me. I'm like, yo, this is not supposed to happen to after I retire. But it seemed like everything happens to me early. Getting the street named after me. I thought that would happen when I was like, 70 or something, 80. It happened when I was like 28.
Remember what Jaguar Wright said? Allegedly. Industry plant. The reason why I say, okay, sometimes I feel like she's onto something. I feel like she's like this. Jaguar Wright. She's like this. Because when you think about it, she has 2 movies. The Netflix documentary, which was when I first met her. And she was introduced to me. I never met Claressa a day in my life. But the day I was introduced to her was on Netflix, the T-Rex documentary. She's going to the Olympics. I'm like, I'm rooting for this girl. And after that, I was like, where's she at? Like, we need to see Claressa. Like, Claressa need to be boxing. Like, it was always planted in our head, industry plan. She is the boxer. Then she did it twice, the Olympics. And then she came back with a movie. Literally, her movie could have waited until after these next couple of years here. The movie with Ryan Destiny would have been way better after what's happening right now. So she's about to get a whole third movie. Who gets that before 30, before 40? As an athlete, as a musician, as anyone. People be dead. And then they make the movie about their life. She done got 2 before she's 30. And that gives plant, allegedly.
27. I'm like, a street? Are you serious? Even with Burston Films, they got the big old, they got my picture in the front. You ride past Burston, and it's like a big old picture of me there. And then you got Crestfield Street right across the street where my granny used to live out on Spencer Street. And I was like, man, this is pretty cool. So now to be in a Hall of Fame and still be an active champion, pound for pound, number one woman fighter in the world is like, I don't know. It seemed like it's all a dream for real.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Burston because I was going to ask about it next. Obviously, you did
Their
a bunch
mics
of stuff
are
over the
horrible.
holidays, giving back to the community at Burston. Just how fulfilling and rewarding is that for you, just to be able to be out in the Flint community and giving back and being an inspiration for everyone in the area?
I give back to Flint because I feel like Flint gave to me, right? And growing up, I wasn't the kid that had the nice clothes or the shoes or the money to go to these boxing tournaments and even Christmas and Thanksgiving. And we used to go to these free giveaways and get turkeys and get stuffing and mac and cheese and free food places. And I just always want to give back to that because I know there's other kids going through that. Like there are some parents who can't do that for the kids, and I don't want them to feel left out when I can kind of step in and help.
I almost like bust my lip trying to get to the microphone. So even though I particularly, personally, didn't cover it, we seen the Christmas giveaway. We all has witnessed it by now. We also witnessed a tree for her kids, her niece and nephew and them in the home. And between the 3 of them, they had about 2.5 gifts each, right? The tree didn't even have a skirt underneath it, remember? It was makeshift at the last minute. And then we saw the extravagant Louis Vuitton. And I scanned the receipts, allegedly, and it was more male items. Now, the shirt she wore, it was a male shirt, more like a pajama shirt, but she wore it, which is weird, for New Year's with the pink boots, the pink furry boots, and the brown Louis Vuitton shirt. But that was a man's shirt. So if she busts out the other shirt, then I would say, okay, then she bought them for herself. But the items, the coat, the shirt, those were male items, masculine items. And then she bought the purse, the 2 purses for herself, the pouch and the 3 purses for herself. So we saw that. We know how she rolls.
So for Thanksgiving we gave away 300.
All the extravagance, right? For stuff. And she's trying to act like she gives so much, but we know she kicked that family out. We know what she did. Several people covered it. And she's up here trying to highlight what she does for the people, and she doesn't want anyone to feel left out. Allegedly.
350 turkeys plus food baskets with potatoes, mac and cheese, cranberry sauce with the stuffing and everything. So they can, I think it was green soup, where they can have like a full Thanksgiving. And then for Christmas, we gave away 600 plus toys. Like we still had toys left over, and everybody was gone. So I was really happy to be able to do that. It just makes me feel really good, and just to see the smiles on those kids' face, like so many kids, it was like I've never got a bike before.
Mm-hmm. So now this is more towards the end of the week. She's prepping for, she's back in Detroit. So I don't know where she was at, guys. Do you know where she was at? I thought she was in Florida with me training. I felt like she was in Florida. But she flew back to Detroit to do news interviews and stuff and promote the fight because the fight is, they're nearing on the fight. And the fight is in Detroit, Michigan, which in my opinion, I don't know why she was in New York doing a press conference before Christmas. That should have been Detroit too. But I digress. But now she's prepping. This is as of, end of the week. She's prepping to do her interviews throughout the day. So the interview we just seen actually is one of the interviews that she was prepping for. So that interview happened, which was kind of raggedy in my opinion. But they still love her. They still support her, that news outlet, because they've been with her since she was a kid. And they're local to the area that she's from. So they're going to always be like room for the hometown hero. I get it. But this is her prepping.
For this interview, I actually have like 6 interviews back to back to back to promote the fight. I'm gonna put the link here. But y'all, I was about to do like a full face and, like the hair. And well, I did the hair, but we're gonna do like a full face with the eyebrows and the lip and the cheeks and all that good stuff. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I decided I just want to do me some lashes and go on to the interview. And I think I look pretty damn good. I have on 0 makeup right now, which is very insane to me. But I got good skin. I drink a lot of water. And I'm in shape. So yeah.
That girl is fine.
Skin is skinning. Oh, and I have on lip gloss. Don't think my lips are this glossy. They're not. I have on no lip liner. My lip has a natural liner that I hate. I don't like it, but when I put on lip liner, it looked like I did like a little 1-2. I did like a little 1.
And I will say that she doesn't look bad in the face. Like I'm not a hater. She doesn't look bad in the face. But let's continue.
That's like an outfit. My bad. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's too early for this nonsense.
It is.
Early to be that mother. Woo. I'm gonna throw one to the back so y'all can. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. It just hit me just looking at it. It reminds me of like, say, an extremely hairy-legged, gorilla hairy-legged person with a dress on. Well, let's continue.
Hold on. Can y'all see this shoe? Oh.
No.
I'm gonna take a picture of that.
No.
Come on, so we can get some photos before Jeremy pull up.
Okay.
And they be right there pushing that madness.
And I got on my Van Cleefs. Christmas gift from my man.
And what else?
So, I'm going to have to research that because I feel like that is incorrect. We saw the bags that she unveiled and said Papoose bought her. She had the Van Cleefs on already, the bracelets on for a minute with the chain, interviews and everything. And she tried to say that Van Cleef is a Christmas gift. Oh, I'm out of it. Let's continue.
What else you got on your wrist?
Oh shoot, I got on that 90,000 Bulgari gift to myself.
How much is the taxes on the house? Allegedly.
$10,000 chain. Also, it wasn't a gift to myself. I just bought it because I seen it and I wanted it. Oh, and then we have this one. I bought this way before Christmas, but whatever. Boom, though. Baby.
Tea. Everything tea.
Have a good day. I'll see you guys throughout the day.
Let me pause. Because I want to make sure. Let's look at these boots, guys. Let's go back a bit. We're going to get the head to toe right real quick. That's what I'm saying. She literally has like 2 houses and an estate of land around her neck and jewelry. And I don't know how much she paid for the boots or that dress, because that's a... But let's get the head to toe shot, mama. Give us the head to toe shot. Let's look at this. And then my thing is this now. So I'm gonna pause it right here. I don't know what type of jacket this is that she got on, or the dress that she's wearing, you know, or the boots for that matter. But she just broke down how much jewelry she has, about close to at least $750,000 worth of jewelry, allegedly. If she's telling the story, and let me see, yeah, all right, I'll be realistic. I believe $350,000 worth of jewelry that she has around her, on her, at this point. If you hear her tell the story, and I'm rounding it up to the nearest tens several times, if you hear her tell the story. But let's look at this jacket. Your man went to the furrier, Daniel's Leather, for the holidays. He didn't bring you a fur bag to rock out in Detroit. Detroit is just as cold as New York, if not colder, because you got the lakes around you. If not colder, why didn't you get a fur from Daniel's for Christmas? I think I would have took a fur over the Louis, because them Louis looked a little folded. I digress though. So all that jewelry on. And this is the coat you're wearing in the winter of Detroit. With these heels on. Look outside. Look it out. Let's pause this real quick. Let's pause. This is what you're going outside into. You need the fur. Is it safe to say you need a fur? That was just switch it up for you all out there, because I always hit the what. Is it safe to say you might need some? I would rock a Timberland that would grip the snow and the ground. I won't fall. I'm not walking out there in no high heel, because I'm from New York. I've been through snow. And cute at the same time. Cute in the snow. You know how we do. But if it's an event, I would still rock my Timberlands into the event and then throw the boots on. But let's continue. Did you see the jacket that was worn? Let's continue. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying, stop trying to flex when it's really not a flex. Look at this. Now, this is the boots. This is the result of coming in from the snowstorm. So what we are thinking, like for example, the way she stresses these boots, they're probably not cheap. The dress she's wearing is probably not cheap. But we would never think that it was expensive. We would think it's cheap. We wouldn't think otherwise. We would think it's cheap because look at it. Because how it's being treated. You're not supposed to wear those heels in that type of snow. Maybe a fur coat. I don't know. And then you wear. Oh, let's continue. Then she went to the Detroit Pistons game.
Hey,
Trust me, I know.
we at Little Caesars. I can't wait to be here February 22nd, baby. February 22nd.
One person.
February 22nd. I can't wait.
Look, one person
I can't wait.
recognized him.
Oh, shit.
No one else. She's not even watching the game.
Defense.
You know, I had to like take the music off, but she's capturing situations and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, that's dope in the hometown. Like you in the hometown doing it like this or like that, I give props to. I would have wore something different.
I
But
got to meet
that's
Ben
just me.
Wallace.
Now this part right here, like, it threw me off a bit. Because the way she was so excited and groupieing out, I thought it was like a young dude on the court. And I was like, that's right. Get you a little young basketball dude. Be like Megan Thee Stallion or something. Like, be like Ciara. Get you someone in the age group that's doing what you do. Like they do in sports and could grip you and throw you in a good way. So I thought when she was fanning out right here, look at her right here. I thought it was a young dude. But look.
Listen, I used to put my hair in an afro when I was a kid. And be saying I was Ben Wallace's little sister. And then I met him. And he was like, yeah, I was watching your fights, champ. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was bugging. Oh my God, I was tripping. I couldn't believe it. Like, I love Ben Wallace. I got to meet Rasheed Wallace, inducted into the Hall of Fame with him. And then I get to meet Ben Wallace. Oh man, 2026 is going to be a hell of a year.
Did you hear that chain? So look at Ben Wallace. This is who she was hype off of. She want her old man daddy. There's daddy issues there. I'm gonna have to. I'm seriously gonna complete this deep dive into the family for you all because it's definitely a daddy situation here. But listen to the chain. So we heard that she was all fangirl out on Ben Wallace. That was the first part. The second part now is let's listen to the chains around her neck as she walks on the hall. Let me get back to it.
Him,
Listen.
then I get to meet Ben Wallace. Oh man, 2026 is gonna be a hell of a year.
Let me go back up so you can hear it.
When I was a kid, and be saying I was Ben Wallace's little sister. And then I met him, and he was like, yeah, I was watching your fights, champ. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was bugging. Oh my God, I was tripping.
Look, I'm the chain rocking back and forth. Look.
Couldn't believe it. Like, I love Ben Wallace. I got to meet Rasheed Wallace, inducted into the Hall of Fame with him. And then I get to meet Ben Wallace. Oh man, 2026 is going to be a hell of a year.
You know what's so interesting? This depends on what store you are, what you look at. Some people say that they don't really like wearing chains around their necks because it kind of it's kind of like a like I wear a chain, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know the heaviness, the gaudiness, the big. Depending on where you go, it says different meanings. But I'll leave it at that, and maybe you look it up and you join me in the comments. Or you tell me what you think. Do you know where I was going with that? But this is who she was hype off of. I thought it was a young dude. She right there.
Please.
So look how they hot stepping out. Let's look at the outfits. She made sure she looked good. Her friend looks nice. When I tell you, watch your friend. She looks nice. Hair looks nice. She looks good. What you got on? She not wearing no weird furry boots like you. She not doing none of that with you.
Him, and then I get to meet Ben Wallace.
Look how they high step out.
Man, 2026 is gonna be a hell of a year.
Look. Look at how they step at the elevator.
That was definitely on camera.
Like, that's not a bad picture face-wise. I give it to her. I just don't like the outfit. Now watch this hand over here. Like, get off the court. Get off the court. You fuck up the wax on the court. And she's like, I still caught the picture. Get off the court. Get off the court.
Girl, I'm taking
Let me turn that music down. I don't know why it be just. And she's like, look at me, guys. That's a basketball game. Like, I think you could have went there a little bit more chill, but either way.
I knew I was crazy when I had I knew I was crazy and just thought and just knew money was coming to me because I bought me a $90,000 freaking watch. And I still sometimes be like, why the hell you did that?
Exactly. So I think sometimes reality kicking. Like, why am I in here? Who am I trying to impress? But then other times she's like, I'm too far in. There's no turning back. My opinion, allegedly.
And I love this thing. It's green. My birthday is
But green is, I get it. Green, is green even your birthstone? I don't even know if that's your birthstone. You know, it's like it because of St. Patrick's Day because you're born. Okay, I get it. But 90,000, you could have like cleared up the taxes, cleared up everything. You know what I'm saying? Really be on a debt free situation. Like I tell you, buy some land out somewhere, build a gym facility on the land, build a nice house, and like just have like a whole camp situation set up. Like summertime, you set up where the girls come to the camp. You know, like you have your boxing facility there. You could fly your trainers out to your camp, so everything is set up to your comfort. You know what I'm saying? No distraction, no casinos.
St. Patrick's Day. It's 135 diamonds in this thing. Rose gold all through it, man. It's crazy. Rose gold, gold, um, gold carrots. It's just crazy. 90,000.
In this day and age and economy, who's laying in their bed? And we all got jewelry. Well, I mean, we should when you get to a certain age anyway. But who's laying there like rose gold, my jewelry, this, my money, this? Like, it's not about that. Even if you have it, it's not about that. It's really about being a human and being in touch with the people. But let's continue.
On the wrist. And that's when I knew. I said, bro, you really crazy as fuck, bro. You crazy. You crazy. You really done spent almost 100K on one piece of jewelry.
Yeah, I agree.
But they say only
You're
one
crazy.
two of them made in America. Well, in the world, from Bulgaria. And I just felt like I had to have it. I had to have it. And it was just...
Now, did you see Layla's house? Layla Ali's house in her yard? Like, go look her up on Instagram. Look her up. She'd be cooking to the kitchen. Like, I pride myself on situations like that. The yard looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Did you see it? Some person could have land in the house and it really show their wealth, their family. They eat good. They, live good. They dress good. Everything is good. And there's others that could be like, look what I have. Look at my bracelet. Look at my chain. But then your sister don't got no teeth. Everyone's looking a little sus. Where's your parents? Like, you don't really see anyone else around you reaping the benefits of it because you're like, I don't know, hoarding it. I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about, guys. Help me out in the chat and help me out in the comments. Help me clarify that because you know what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
I put it on and I went to take it off and somehow it ended up back on. And here we go. I love this thing and I only wear it on certain occasions, and I wore it today. And I say, yeah. But I ain't making no more big purchases like this.
Good. Now, you put your wink up. Pay your taxes off. Pay off your stuff. Make sure you're good to go. And any money, any purse, any win records deal, any money that you get, you need to save it in this economy that we're in. Because it's not the floss out economy. It's not the be fly. Even if you have it, even if you got the land, you got the cars, keep it, maintain it, be disciplined. This is not the time to be flossing and buying frivolous items like a green snake watch for $90,000 and your taxes are $102,000.
But not no 90K. 90K for a damn watch. That got diamonds all over it. BBSs and emeralds.
It looks nice. I'm a girl, but I love jewelry. It looks nice. Trust me, I can relate.
I'm crazy as hell for doing that.
But it's not that nice. It's not 90K nice. And green is such a, for me anyway.
That's a good 50. I put on my gold chain. That's 100. I have my baby on right here. That's 90. Then my little bracelet right here is 10. Then my Van
She's laying in her bed, pricing out her jewelry.
Cleef is 5. I don't know how many the mother is. But it's just crazy, man. Just to think that.
And I want you all, which you probably know by now, whenever you see the little glittery stars around, it's filters. That's why she loves Snapchat. But I digress.
You know, me. Oh, my buff stay was like 6,000 or something like that. They probably more than that because they got ice in them. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm restless because I slept earlier. I went to sleep earlier. Should have stayed my ass up.
You know, I like to end it with a dance break from Claressa. Hey. So let's get into the dance break. Because, you know, it's just to break up the monotony. But this was the weekend review. Now, before we get into the dance break, there was a couple of other things. You know, like word on the curb is she called into one of the content creators' chats or their lives and was talking in third person like it wasn't her and was like, I know I know Claressa. And I was like, well, if that happened, that was Claressa calling in. Y'all all hate on me saying like, oh, Claressa, why you calling her Claressa? She calls herself Claressa. Clarence's a whole other person that lives in her. So y'all be thinking I be joking or I be trying to jump off the end. But I'm telling you, you know, I'm trying to help a little course correction here. But a couple other things happened throughout the week. You know, a couple of more weird interviews where she was real disrespectful to Frank Sean. You know, I'm trying to get it out. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, oh, she's unforgettable. We don't need to know who the boxer is. What? This wouldn't be a fight if it was another person, but I digress. So there's a couple of other things that happened this week that I choose not to highlight because of, you know, YouTube, I love you. And I want no problems. But we'll end it on that, and we're going to get into now a Claressa dance break because, you know, she's sexy when she dance. Hey.
Crazy, man. Just to think that, you know, me. Oh,
Exactly.
my buff stay was like 6,000 or something like that. They probably more than that because they got ice in them. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm restless because I slept earlier. I went to sleep earlier. Should have stayed my ass up.
I might have went back too far, but it's okay. Let's get it.
Drop it low to the floor and make that ass roll. Bouncing like the stallion on your knees and tippy toes. Throw it in a circle, scribble, scrabble like a child. Wobble it, drop it like it's wild. Drop it low to the floor and make that ass roll. Bouncing like the stallion on your knees and tippy toes. Throw it in a circle, scribble, scrabble like a child. Wobble it, drop it like it's wild. Bounce that ass, get it big. 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 Get it, 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 get it.
Yeah, we gotta end on a dance number by Claressa. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to, and you know, hit y'all with a little something this week. Just recap the week. It was very interesting. And honestly, this was all this week, except for the dance break. This is all this week. It just is nonstop, right? But you all join me in the chat and you tell me, or in the comments, and you tell me what you think. Is it nonstop? Is this just gaslighting us for this fight? Or is this really happening in real time, like the train wreck? Or are we just falling into the fold and believing it, and it's like we're falling into the hype, and it's just like new wave promotion for their fighting stuff? You guys let me know. And I'm leaving right there. But I want you all to join me in the comments, right? Don't meet me there, beat me there. And right now I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to hit you with the motto and hit you with the brand. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. And from my lips to your ears, you know I love you, but I need you to love me. So go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, all right? Join me in the comments, all right? Then like it, share it, tell a friend, and tell a friend. And until next time, it's your girl Gangali. It's She Could Talk the Podcast, and we're out. Peace.